Hey, what is up guys? Phoenix here, and we're back in this like a newborn baby, except there's no baby. And this, by this I mean pixel art. So we're going to be finishing up part 2, or was it 2? Yeah, it's 2, of Saitama from One Punch Man. And as you can see, we have like the left shoulder done. So we're going to try and bridge to the right side, and we're also going to be trying to complete the right shoulder as soon as possible, so we can maybe start the head by next time, if I feel like it. So what we're going to do is we have those spots up there we can start from, but we can also start from down here where we have this L that I left for myself last time. And from that L we can actually build the rest of his cloak, and that leads to his right side. So that's where we're going to be starting from today. So find this point on your pixel art. On to the right of it there should be a 1 single, and to the bottom of it there should be 3 blocks standing upwards. So we're going to go to the tongue of the L, so right here on the right side. And from there, that's where we're going to start. We're going to go down into the right, 3 black wool, 1, 2, 3. We're then going to go down into the right, 2 flat. And the crest of his chest area right here, it just makes like a U shape going along with the line that's right here below. So if you follow it along carefully, it should create the right shape. From there, we're going to go down into the right, 2 single, 1, 2, down into the right, 2 flat again, and we're just leveling out, as you can see right here, so until we hit like a flat level, and then we're going to go back up, and I'll start the right side. From here, we're going to go down into the right, 1 single, then we're going to go down into the right, 3 flat, 4 times in a row. So what you want is your placement block on the bottom or right side, and we're going to put 3 flat just like this, 1, 2, 3. And that's only 1 time. We need to do that 3 more times now to create 4. So this is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. And we can just go back and clean up the area right there. From there, we're going to go down into the right, 23 flat. And this is like the center of his chest before we start the next side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Make sure you count it out carefully, that way you don't mess anything up. And you don't have to come back and do it later. There should be a middle part right here, that's like the middle part of his chest button. But I don't think I'll be doing it yet, so we'll come back to that in a bit. I haven't even put the markers on it yet, so we'll come back and do the markers too. Anyways, from the right side, we're going to put a placement block here. So we can go up and to the right, 3 flat, 2 times in a row. So now we're going up, not down. So 3 flat, 1, 2, 3. Placement block, 1, 2, 3. There's our 2 times in a row. From there, we're going to go up and to the right, 4 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I think the pixel art can't fit on one cameraman screen, so I have to shift over to the right slightly as the left side of it becomes like more out of view. So that's why I think in the time lapse I just had like the center and the bottom corner parts were taken out. From here, we're going to up and to the right, 2 flat, 2 times in a row. So placement block, 1, 2. Placement block, 1, 2. We're then going to go up and to the right, 3 flat. And then we're going to switch over to 1 single. So up and to the right, 1 single. And we're almost at the corner intersection. As you can see over there, there's like an intersection before he touches the shoulder. And we're almost equal to that point. So once we're equal to that, we should just about be ready to start the other cloak. So after the 2 flat right here, the 1 single, sorry. We're going to go up and to the right, 2 flat, 3 times in a row. So placement block, 1, 2, that's 1 time. We need to do that 3 times. So this is 1, 2, 3. And if you feel the need to, use the dirt blocks to your advantage. Otherwise, you can just use the black wool. And if you know how you're counting, you can just like climb up with it and just delete the one you're not climbing with. Anyways, from there, we're going to up and to the right, 4 single. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up and to the right, 2 vertical. Up and to the right, 1 single. And then to finish off this slant, we're going to up and to the right, 3 flat. 1, 2, 3. So let me just show you that again. So after we did the 2 flat 3 times in a row, we have the 4 singles right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we have 2 vertical, followed by 1 single, then followed by 3 flat. And these are all going up and to the right, touching at the diagonal. And let's just clean up these dirt blocks that are in our way. Now from that 3 flat, we're going to go to the final block and we're going to do 2 things. First, we're going to put 1 black wool on top of it. And you can mark that for later if you want, just so you know where to find it. Then we're going to go to the right of it and put another black wool, and you can mark that too. So these 2 blocks that we just marked are part of his cloak. They're not part of his neck thingy. So that's why I had you mark them, so you know if you're following the slant that it should be connected to these 2. So we're going to work with the bottom half of it to get it to the ground first. So from the bottom block, we're going to go down and to the right. So put your placement block underneath or to the right of it. 2 vertical. 1, 2. Down to the right, 3 single. So 1, 2, 3. And since there's only 3 blocks and they're really close like that, you don't need to get rid of the placement blocks yet. Let's just have a little bit more mess before we clean it up. We're then going to go down and to the right, 2 vertical. And from the bottom block and the 2 vertical, we're going to do 1 thing to the left and 1 thing to the right of it. So on the right side of it, we're going to put 2 vertical going down, like so. Let me zoom out so you can see. At the diagonal, not touching directly. And that's on the right side. And on the left side, we're going to go down and to the left, 1 single. So that's the split. This split should reach the ground, and this split will also reach the ground, but they're pointing in 2 opposite directions. So from there, we're going to go down and to the right, 1 single, until we're 1 off the ground. So from the 2 vertical right here, we're going to just keep going down to the right, 1 single, like this, until we're 1 off the ground. So you can actually touch the ground and just delete the last block. Just keep going down and to the right though. So this is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and we're 1 off the ground now, so I guess it was 16 singles. They didn't ever really count it, just figured that you just keep going down. And for the final block now, we're going to go down to the right, 2 flat instead of 1 single. So that's how you do the right side. So it's 16 singles. Hopefully you guys have the same number count as me, and I just didn't mess up or something like that. But if yours is maybe like 1 block off, just remember on the final one, it's 2 flat. Now on the left side, it's a little bit more complex. It's the same idea, but it's different numbers. So we're going to go down to the left, 1 single. Down to the left, 2 flat. Except on the left block and the 2 flat, we're going to put 1 below it. So it looks kind of like an R or an arrow without the point. I mean, an arrow without the tail. We're then going to go down to the left, 1 single. Down to the left, 2 flat, 1, 2. Down to the left, 2 single, 1, 2. Down to the left, 2 flat. Down to the left, 1 single. So it's like a back and forth between singles and flats, just to kind of get the thing moving in the direction it needs to. So we have 2, 1, 2, 1. Then we're going to go down and to the left, 2 flat again. And as we approach the ground, we're just going to keep going back and forth. So we're going to go down and to the left, another 1 single. And now here's where it's only flats from now on. We're going to go down and to the left, 2 flat. Down to the left, 3 flat. Down to the left, 2 flat again. Let me just zoom out real quick. So we have 2, 3, 2 as our last ones. Before that, we had a single, another single, 2 singles, a single, and then 2 singles. And actually, these were here a while ago. Let me clean those up. Anyways, back to reaching the ground. So after that 2, we're going to go down and to the left, 4 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down to left, 2 flat. Down to left, 3 flat. 1, 2, 3. And then finally, down to the left, 4 flat to finish off the ground. So that's it for the little chest thingy right here. There's still space for that button thing I was talking about, but we're going to leave that for now. We could always do that actually, like really quickly, so I might do that right now. So we're going to go to where we have the 23 flat right here. And from the right side, we're going to count 7 blocks over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we're going to put 4 black wool underneath it. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're then going to go down and to the right, 2 vertical. And down and to the right, 2 vertical again. 1, 2. So that's for the right part of his like chest button or zipper. From the ground level, if you want to put placement blocks, that'll be easier. So we're going to put 2 placement blocks going to the left. Then a black wool. Placement block. Black wool. 3 placement blocks. Black wool. 3 placement blocks again. And then a black wool. So why am I doing this? It's going to help connect from the ground level. It's a lot easier to bring everything up. So let me just go over that again. So from the left of where we had this little stand right here, we have 2 flats of dirt blocks, black, 1 placement block, 1 black, 3 placement blocks, 1 black again, 3 placement blocks, 1 black. So starting from all the way on the left side, we're going to bring this up. We're going to add 1 extra to the top of it, so it becomes 2 tall. We're then going to go up and to the right, 2 vertical. And then up and to the right, 4 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can go and delete all these dirt blocks now. But make sure all the black wools are in place, like they should be, like right here. Just look at the screen. And we're going to start from the right side where we have these 2 closest ones to each other. So on the layer above them, so this layer right here, we're just going to connect them by putting 3 across. 1, 2, 3, like so. And then adding an extra 1 to the left. So it's 4. Now going to the left side, we're going to add 2 blocks to the top of this 1 single block. 1, 2. Then to get it to touch there at a diagonal, we're going to add 2 to the right of the top block. 1, 2. As you can see, it's touching at a diagonal, not below or directly above it. And now from this block right here, this final tip block, we're going to go on top of it and put 3 going to the right. So 1, 2, 3, and then 1 going straight down. So make sure your shape looks like this. You can color it in with light gray if you want right now, but for now I'm just focusing on the shape and the outline. So now we're going to go to the right side of the cloak, and we're going to go and start building this upward since we already built it to the ground. So go to where we have these 2 placement blocks markers. And we're going to start going up and to the left from there. So first thing we're going to do is go up and to the left. 2 vertical, 2 times in a row, so you can get rid of these. 1, 2, placement block, 1, 2. Then you're going to go up and to the left, 1 single. Up and to the left, 2 vertical. Up and to the left, 1 single again. And let me just see how it looks. So we have 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 1. We're then going to go up and to the left, 2 vertical, 2 times in a row. 1, 2, placement block, 1, 2. Up and to the left, 1 single. Up and to the left, 3 vertical, 1, 2, 3. Up and to the left, 1 single. And here's where we reach that long stretch of neck. Now I don't know if I want to do the neck part yet, but I guess we can. From that 1 single, we're gonna go up and to the left, 45 vertical blocks. So you heard that correctly, it's 45. It's gonna be a bit of a pain, but yeah, just do it. So we're gonna up and to the left, 45. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna get on top to count. 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 40. And I need 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it didn't look like it went up that high, but it actually did. That's like a lot of blocks. And we can actually start the neck from there and bring it to tilt back towards the original starting spot on the left side. And then we can use the neck to also do the cloak on the right side. So from the top of this, we're going to count down 5 blocks and put 1 black wool to the left of it. So count down 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's the part that's going to hook down to the left. So you can put a marker on that so you know where to come back to. As for the cloak on the right side, I think I did bad in checking out how I'm supposed to do it. But I believe it's like 24 up. It's about 24 up. So we're going to count 25 up actually from the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. And to the right of the 25, we're just going to put 1 single and a 1 on top of that, like so. And here's where it begins. So we're going to start descending downward from the top block right here, or you can just use both of them. So what we're going to do is we're going to go from the 2 right here, these 2 verticals, and we want another 2 vertical next to them, but it's going to be lowered by 1, like so. So it's connected at the bottom block. The bottom block touches the top block of the next one, and then it just keeps going downward like that. And we're going to do that chain actually 5 more times, I believe. Actually 4 more. We already did this first one. So we're going to do that 4 more times. So bottom block connects and just add 1 below it. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. So in total, you should have a 6 chain. From there, we're going to go down and to the right, 1 single. Down and to the right, 2 vertical. Down and to the right, 2 flat. And the right block and the 2 flat right there is going to get 1 block below it. So it's backwards now. Let me just clean up these dirt blocks too. It's kind of messy. And I really want to start the head where you see at the top where we have them ready to connect if we just bridge across. But that's going to be a part in its own because we have some shading and stuff to do up there. And also the right side isn't complete, so we don't know how far off we are. Anyways, next we're going to go down and to the right, 1 single. Down and to the right, 3 vertical. 1, 2, 3. Down and to the right, 2 vertical, 3 times in a row. So you want 2 vertical looking like this, connected at the diagonal, and we want 3 of those in a row. So this is 1, here's 2, here's 3. Now from there, we're getting ready to do a split. As you can see on the left side, there's a split right about at this level. We're going to go down to the right, 4 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4. And on the second and last block in the 4 vertical, we're going to do things. So on the second block, we're going to put 1 to the right, like so. And on the last block, we're going to go down and to the right from it, 3 vertical. So those are 2 points where you can continue to bring that to the ground. And it's not the only splits, but it's the split at current where we can like choose which one we're doing. So I'm going to do the top one first with the single and start going to the right with that. So we're going to go down and to the right from it. So put your placement blocks on the right or underneath. So we're going to go down to the right, 2 flat, 2 times in a row. So 1, 2. 1, 2. Easy. Down and to the right, 1 single. Down and to the right, 6 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And on the first 2 blocks and the 6 flat, we're going to put 1 below each of them. This is just forming a crease in his cloak. We're then going to go down and to the right, 2 singles. 1, 2. Down and to the right, 2 vertical. Down and to the right, 1 single again. Then down and to the right, 2 vertical. And that's the end of the crease. So we can go back up to the 6 flat now, and on the final block is where we'll continue working. From that final block, we're going to go down and to the right, 2 flat. Down and to the right, 2 single. Down and to the right, 2 vertical. And here's where the bridge starts going a lot of flats in a row before it starts trying to connect back to the left side, which we haven't developed yet. So there is nothing to connect back to. So we're going to keep going down to the right. So I'm going to suggest putting a placement block on the right side. 5 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Placement block. Down to the right, 4 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Placement block. Down to the right, 3 flat, 2 times in a row. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Down and to the right, 2 flat, 3 times in a row. So 2 flat just like this. And this is 1. We need 2 more of these. So put your placement block and get ready. 2, 3. Then go down and to the right, 3 flat, 2 times in a row. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And see how we have 2 of these in a row? The first one's going to get ignored. The second one, however, we're going to go to the final block and put 5 going straight below it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And actually, we ran out of room, so I'm going to move the cameraman over a bit on the right side. Didn't know his right shoulder had so much like space to go with it. I wonder if I can zoom back a little bit more too. I might try moving back later, but for now we can just leave it. Anyways, from the second to last block and that vertical we have now, we're going to put 2 to the left of it. So the second to last block is this one right here. And that's going to connect later for another crease. And we could always do that now, but I don't want to. I want to bring it to the ground. So we're going to go down to the right. I have to remark it. So down to the right from here. 2 flat. Down to the right. 3 flat. And I think we're almost at the ground. Like, I'm not sure. Oh, yeah. Okay. I was like, how much more do we have left? Because it looks like it's just ending. I mean, going on forever. Anyways, we're going to go down to the right again. 2 flat. Down to the right, 1 single. Down to the right, 2 flat again. And then here's where we hit the singles before we start splitting up and getting ready for the final little gap in his cloak. A lot of little creases that add to the detail, but it's very simple to get lost. So we're going to go down into the right, 6 single pieces of black wool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And just by how much space I'm missing right here, I think I can actually go back more. I'm going to try it right now on the right hand camera screen. Oh, I can't go back too far. But we went back just enough. There we go. So I'll worry about the other stuff later. But for now, whatever I'm building has to be on camera. Anyways, from those 6 singles, we're going to go to the final one. And on the left side of it, we're going to go down to the left, 1 single. And on the right side, we're going to go down to the right, 4 flat. To bring that 4 flat to the ground now, all we're going to do is go down to the right, 1 single. Down to the right, 2 vertical, 3 times in a row. 1, 2, placement block, 1, 2, placement block, 1, 2. Let me just zoom out so you can see it. Then we're going to go down and to the right, 1 single, down to the right, 3 vertical, 1, 2, 3, and the final block is just going down to the right, 1 single again. So now we touch down on both sides of the cloak. From that 1 single that's hanging above the 3 vertical right here, so this one, we're actually going to add an extra 6 blocks going to the left of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, because later that's going to turn into more of his cloak fold. But for now we have a lot of detail missing, and we can bring that to the ground as soon as possible. So what I want to do is I want to go from the 4 flat right here on the right side, so climb up from here where we have this 4 flat split up. We're going to go to the 1 single that's on the down left side, or on the left side of it, and we're going to go down to the left 3 flat 2 times in a row. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. We're then going to go down and to the left 2 single, and that just covers the detail there. We have other details climbing up the shoulder back again, right over there and there, that we're missing, but we will cover those in the next part, along with starting the facial features. So hopefully you guys did enjoy this tutorial. I'm trying to keep them short and to the point. We did cover a lot of ground, but this is probably going to be a 3 or 4 parter tutorial because we do have a lot to cover and some details to fill in, which should take a whole episode of itself. So hopefully you guys do enjoy. This is Phoenix, and as always, I'll see you guys later.